Assalamu alaikum. Let's try to do 10 problem 10.56, which is a maximum flow problem. So I copied it here so we can solve it together. So now we start from the source node A, and we have two nodes connected to it, node B and node C. So we start with the first identifying an augmenting path. So I'll start from A here, and let's go. We can go to B, and we can go to C. So now from B, we can go to D, and we can go to E in the second step. Now, excuse me, for C, we can go to D, and also we can go to E. However, for D, it is already visited, and for E, it is already visited as well. So we'll explore from D now. From D, we can reach F, which is the sink, and that's exactly what I want. So now, so far I have identified an augmenting path. So that's path A to B to D to F. And let me find what is the residual capacity. So C star is equal to the minimum, and let me write it here. So that's, we have a 9 here, we have a 7 and 6, so that's the minimum of 9, 7 and 6, so that's equal to 6. So now I'm going to augment this path by 6 units. So let's do this. Let's write the updated. So now this is the new one. So I have, this was already originally was at 9, so now it is, I'm going to be using 6. So I have 3 remaining, and we are sending 6 along this path. Let me just larger here, and let's go back. This was originally 7, we used 6, so the residual is, again, the residual is 1, so, and I used 6. So we'll have a 6 here, so we'll have a 6 here, I'll have a 6 here, and let me see here, 9, it was a 6, and so this now is down to 0. This is 0 now, and this is 6 here, and we arrived at 6. So now let me go back here for the 3. We already sent 6 for A, and for F received 6. So now, yeah, let me plug my laptop. Okay, right. So now we need to do what? We need to identify a new augmenting path, but let me now update this figure here with the capacity. So now I have still 7 and 0 on this side. We have a, let's see, from here, 4 and 6 and 2. So this is 2. This is 4 and 6. Now for D to E, how much is D to E? B to E, that's 2. Okay, and D to E, that's 3 here. So I'll just update this one here. And D, this is a 3. And E2, this is E to F, this is 9. Okay, so now we need to identify another augmenting path. So let's do this now. Again, I can go from A to B because I still have a residual capacity of 3. Now from A we can go to C because we have still 7. Now from B we can go to D, we still have a residual capacity of 1. And we can go from B to E with a residual capacity of 2. Now from C, again, we can go to D and to E. However, both of them are what? They are visited. So this is visited, and this is also visited. Okay, so now we'll explore from D to F. So this here, D to F. We cannot take it because it is full residual capacities. So this is full. We cannot take it now. However, from D we can D to F, and let's see from E we can go to directly to F. So yes, I can take this one here. Okay. So now I have identified, this is what I want. We have identified, so that's A to B, then to E, then to F. And let me place the residual capacity. This is 3, and that's B to E, that's 2, and D, B to E, E to F, that's 9. So the residual capacity of the path is equal to the minimum of 3, 2, 1, 9. So that's equal to 2. So along this path, now we are going to move 2 units. Okay, so now let's update the new table, the new figure here. Maybe I can just bring this up here a little bit. Okay, so now we have a 3 and we've used 2, so the residual capacity is 1. Okay, and we moved 6 plus 2, that's 8. Okay, so now this is equal to 6 plus 2, that's equal to 8 on this side here. So now from B to E, so this is 1 and 6 here. Okay, that's 6. Now we go through this route, this is 0, this is 2, and this is 2 here. Now from D, I'm just updating. So this is 0, this is 6. This is the same. And now from E to F, it was 9. So the remaining, the residual is 7. We moved 2, and this is a 2 here. And again, this is 8. Okay, so now to double check, this is 8 here. Okay, so we have an 8 here. And we have 8 here. 2 plus 6 is also 8. And 2 plus 6 is 8. And this is 8. So we are to go. Okay. So now we are at the second iteration. We've moved 8 units. So now let's try to find another strange color here. Another augmenting path. So now let's do this. Now from A again. We can go to B because I still have 1 as my residual capacity on this arc. Now from A, I can go to C. Let me just put this 7 here, the 0 here. So now from A, we can go to C with a 7. This is just to help me in my analysis. And now from B, we can go to D. B, we can go to D, and that's 1 here. Now for C, we can go, notice now from B to E, it's full, so we cannot reach it. Now for C, let me just update this here again. At the put the write the 3 here. So now for C, we can reach D, but it's already, so I'll write here, D was already visited, and from C, we can reach E. Okay, now let's go back to D. For D, we can go to F, but it is full, so we cannot reach it. And now from for D, we can go to D, we can reach E, but it's already visited again. So now we go to this one here. From E, we can reach F, and we have identified an augmenting path. So that's A, C, E, and F. Okay. So now A to C, that's 7 units that I can take, and C to E, the limit is 6, so this is 6, and now E to F, we have a 7. So again, the path residual capacity is equal to the minimum of 7, 6, and 7. So that's 6. Okay. So now I'm going to move along this path another 6 units. So let's do this here. Just bring this up here. Okay. So now let's update. We have a 8 plus 6, that's 14. We have 1, and this is 8. We have a 7 now. The 7, we used 6, so now the residual is 1, and I used 6, so 6 on this side. So now this is 1 and 6. This is 6. Okay, this is 0 and 2. Now this is 0 and 6, so this is 6 here. Now from C to E, we've used 6, so this is now 0, that's 6. That's 6 here. Now from C to D, that's a 4, so let me just write it here. This is a 4, and this is a 4 as well. Okay, now from E to F, we've used, it was 7. We've used remaining 7, we've used 6 of them, so that's 1. So this is now 8. Okay, and this is 8 on this side, so F is basically 14. So again, we double check. This is 14 here. 8 plus 6 is 14. 6 plus 2 plus 6, that's again 14. And this is 6 plus 8, that's 14. And this is 14 here. So we are good to go. Okay, so now we have moved 14 units. Just add this out here. Okay. Excuse me. Now let's try to identify another augmenting path. So now from A, I can go to B. So because I still have one residual capacity, 1 here. And from A, we can go to C also because we have one residual capacity on this arc. Now from B we can go to D. From B we can go to D. Okay, again, one residual capacity. And for C, I can go to D, but D is already visited, so we can go to D, but this is visited. Okay, so now this is visited. Now from D, we can go to F. Again, this is 0, so it is full. I cannot take it. Now for D, we can go down to E. From D, we can go down to E. Okay. And we can see now that from E, we can reach F. Okay. Because we have a residual capacity of 1. So we have identified an augmenting path that's A to B to D to, to E and then to F. Okay, so now let's try to find what is the path residual capacity. This is equal to the minimum of A to B. We have a 1. This is 1, B to D. That's another 1 here. Now D to E, we have a 3. And E to F, we have a 1. But this is 3 here. This is 1. So the minimum actually is 1, as we can see. So now we can move another 1 unit along this path. So let me just make this closer. Okay, just one more. All right, so now, okay. So now again, we moved 1 more. So from this down a little bit. Okay, so now A, we have 14 plus 1, that's equal to 15. And now we have A to B. We've used the last one, so this is now 0. This is 9. So this is 9 here. From B to D, B to D, we used another 1. So that's again, this is 7. This is 0. And this is 7. And now from D to E, that's a 1. So now the residual is 2. We've used 1. And so now here we have a 1. Now from D to F, we have a 0. This is a 6. And we have a 6 here. So now from 1 to, from E to F, sorry, we have a 0. And we have now extra 1 more, 9. So this is now 9. So therefore, here I have 15. Okay, just to complete everything. So here we have a 6. A 6. This is a 0. This is a 6. Okay, and this we did not use. This is a 0. This is a 2. And for this one here, we did not use this one. Okay, so now let's take a look. We have a 15 here. And we have 9 plus 16, that's 15. We have 7, 2 and 6, that's again 15. And we have here 6 plus 9, that's 15. And we have 15 here. So now let's see if we are at the optimal solution or not. So let's try one more. So now from A to B, it is 0, the residual capacity is 0, so this is full. Okay, so now we go from A to C. Let's explore. A to C, we have C to, it could go to what? It could go to D, okay? And from C, we can go to E, right? Now for C to E, that's a zeros because this is full, okay? So now let's do from D. Where can we go? We can go to F, but however, this is zero because this is full. So from D we can go to E, okay? However, now from E to F, it is zero, so this is again full. So we can see that all the paths, they are all full. So therefore, we know that we have reached the optimal solution and the maximum low is 15.